Okay, well, welcome everybody. So let's get moving. Okay, I'm eager to move. I'm gonna warming myself up. And whether you need to actually get warm or whether you want to, and you also want to warm that internal body to get the joints juiced up and moving more easily. So maybe we start slowly, be in slow motion, walking through thick, supportive, warm blankets. That's what I'm thinking of here. Make those knee lifts a little higher. And I'm doing everything I can do slowly with my hands, circling my wrists, changing direction, pointing my toe as I lift too. So I'm getting a little foot workout. And flicking with the hands and maybe little flicks with the feet. And now shoulder rolls while we keep moving. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Hold your hands up like this. Take the elbows back. And that's the action of shoulder blades. Rooting, moving toward the spine, being strong for what they need to do. Maybe lift the knees a little higher while you're doing this. And then goalpost. Press the elbows back. Upper arms parallel to the floor. And maybe tipsy goalposts. Reach up tall. Stretch. And down. And now 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. Fingers can flick too. Positive action. Can we safely do it one time? So it's this kind of a pointed kick I'm doing. And now I'm going to change it to a 1, 2, 3 box kick out to the left. 1, 2, 3 to the right. You can do it without the steps in between if you want. And holding onto a chair. But it's a hard kick. You're really pressing something away from you. So you're using more hip muscles. You have your knee back. A taste of what's to come in our back leg lifts. And you could now go to a box. So again, this is forceful, and you pull back at the same time. So you barely touched imaginary opponent. But it needs a lot of muscle force to go there and back. Press. And you can do it at the same time. Keep it small. And back to jogging in place. It can be just rolling your feet. You find the speed that works for you. Going each time up on the ball of the foot and flat. Knees lifting. And shoulder rolls with elbows, the whole works. And other way around. Pause in the center, drop the right ear to the right side. Take the left shoulder down, reach down with the fingers, and float up. And other side. And now we'll take a seat to put on our leg weights. We're actually going to start with seated row, which is a hand weight exercise, but trying to be efficient about when we're sitting down. We'll get our leg weights on because they're coming up soon. So even when you're putting on weights, taking them off, it's important to think about how you use your back. And even here, I'm bending right here, keeping my back straight pretty much. So our first is going to be seated row. So take your hand weights and hopefully feel your heart's beating a little faster from our aerobic activity. And now we'll do that hinging right here. Straight back, hinge in the hip creases. Extend the arms and the weights. They're outside the shins. Inhale and pull the elbows up and back. And return. 2. Inhale. Taking my belly in as I go up. 3. Inhale. 4. Feel those shoulder blades move. Strongly hugging the spine. 5. 6. Inhale. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. If you've been doing this for a while, you can take the extra triplet right here. First set, 13, 14, and 15. And return. Sit up straight. Rest your hands, weights on the knees. And drop your shoulders away. The ears. Lift your ears up. There's some funny instructions, but they actually have, I find, they have a physical change as I try to execute it. Think about it. Second set, hinging forward, arms long, lift the elbows only. 1, 2, 3. You can almost do every other one. If it feels too much. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. You know your Spanish. 11, 12. And sit up. Put the hand weights down. And let's do bicycle the shoulders and arms. Interlace the fingers. Press out. We have just sort of keep stretching them a little bit gently and then fully up, reach up, hug the upper arms towards each other and take them back a little bit, all while keeping your lower ribs engaged and holding midriff firm. And release. Stand up for back leg raise. Have a chair or wall. Clumsy chair. It works. Stand tall. And that's important. Pressing the feet down, reaching down at the heels, really feel your spine lift all the way up. Continues up here to the crown of the head. Inhale. Slowly, right leg goes back. Toes still on the floor, and then lift. To use the whole gluteus maximus and hamstrings. And 2. Inhale. 3. 4. 5. 6. Notice that slow return. 7. That puts different muscles on the lift. 9. 10. You can count to yourself 4, 3, 2, 1 for the lift and the return. 11. 12. Triplet. 13. 14. 15. Up on the balls of the feet. Stay on the balls. Try bending. Yeah, try, do it. And down. Roll onto the heels. Lift the balls. Feet down. Second set, right leg. Back. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Feel that contraction. Yes. Hard as a rock. 11. 12. 12. That's it. 12. Legs wide. Little stretch. Inner thigh muscles. And bend the knees and up. Stick the butt out. And second side. Second leg. First set. Slide it back. Inhale. 1, let's say. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Feel the pleasure of the body working. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Here comes the triplet. 13. Lift 14. And slide lift 15. And pause. You could bend one knee to the other. Back on the heels. And roll up the toes. Let's take the hips back. That's nice stretch in the hamstrings. Bend the knees down, up. Second set, left side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Keeping my body upright. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Okay, 2 sets, 2 sides. And let's take a chair. It's not really down dog, it's an L shape. Bend the knees. A beautiful stretch. You can keep the knees bent. So you can really Wiggle the hips away from the armpits, away from the wrists. So really, it's a stretch in the upper body and a hamstring stretch as you press your thighs back towards straight. You don't have to get there to get to where you feel a beautiful stretch. Lift the belly up towards the spine. And bend the knees and come forward. Take up one hand weight for tricep. Seated or standing. Front leg bent. Back straight. Right hand to the right hip. And I keep my upper arm, you can check me out, and elbow in the exact same place as I extend fully and return. 4 is full, as close to straight as you can. 2, inhale. So you can see I'm really lifting the weight up, but I'm using the back of my arm muscle. Triceps. 4, inhale. 5, inhale. It's better if you look straight ahead, you're not crunching your neck. 7, 8, 9. You might even feel your right shoulder blade hugging towards the spine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And release for a moment. Turn the weight to the whole arm inside and out from the shoulder. And again. Inhale. Oh, give the French a chance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could feel my head, that I couldn't get my arm as high as I got further along in the exercise, which is just fine. That's the adjustment. Working on full expression on each repetition, but I adapt. Speaking of adapting, I was interested in moving to the other side of the tricep. I got to watch Carol Gay do Healthy Bones with Carol Gay. It's great last Monday, and appreciated her leadership and her flexibility too. But I was reminded of slowly back, which was something that was part of our instructions. We were so I'm not going to count it all the time, but you might be hearing it in your head too. Slowly back. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Hinge forward. Roll that left shoulder so that the shoulder blade is really connected. That strengthens protects the joint. 1, 2, inhale. 3, inhale. 4, inhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, belly in to your extend. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Stand still for a moment. Feel that maybe Rotate the arm. And second set. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's triceps for the day. Shake out. Here's a real warm up. Stand up and sit down. This is a beat the clock move, I call it. But it's just because it's we're working with time. So all right, 30 seconds. Rub our hands together. The feet, like the bracer gets ready. Get in my, this is safe bracing, but you want to push yourself a little bit. Ready? And stand up and sit down fully as many times as you can for 30 seconds. Go. Stop. That was 31. So if you got in an extra one, you know why. Oh, I love that. I can just see a top row of people. I can't see who you are, and I can't see most of your bodies. But in this exercise, I see the hands popping up and down. And I know we're doing this together. Whew. Okay. We'll start as day at the beach. Then it's going to move to lean back. This feels good. You can make it into a front body stretch. Trying to get, if your chair accommodates it, to get your shoulder blades like pressed onto the top of the chair back. Your chair and your height. Reach and now the lean back. So sit as far forward on the chair as you can, regardless of how far you're going back. Cross your hands or keep them out. Inhale, straight back, press down with the feet. The legs have to work here because they're part of what's keeping you from dipping. Gonna keep the back straight. You're looking up and come up. This a few times. While I'm back here, do your own timing, feeling the belly firm, lower ribs connect. You can feel the shoulder blades even helping by lifting up from the bottom. And I'm looking up, hoping to catch sight of the bird I saw the other day. Yellow-breasted chat. Belly button in. And uno más, one more. If you want to intensify a little bit, holding here, just lift one knee. 5, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Woo. Really relax that belly. Breathe in, abdominal breath. Exhale. Breathe in right into the lower belly. Now stand up for ham curls. Inhale tall. So you know the action you take with the foot that you're lifting, but I want to remind you about the action you're taking with the foot that's staying still, because you want to think of both parts in action. So as we're lifting, the left is going to be the first one. Press down with the standing foot and reaching up with the crown of the head. So the whole body exercise. And it has to do that to some extent just to keep you up, but you can intensify it by pressing into the earth. 3. Inhale. So lift, flex the raised foot, keep the thighs even, and press the body long. 5. Inhale. 6. Inhale. 7. Inhale. 8. 9. 10. 11. My hands on my thighs just to see if I was keeping them even. 12. 13. 14. 15. I'm here for a little bit. And second set, same side. And feel. Curl those toes in a flexed foot. That activates the muscle work. Here we go. Tessera. Bende. Exi. Belly in. Top. Octo. Enea. Press in with the standing foot. Deca. Endeca. Vulvica. So even ham curls, which sometimes I thought, well, it's kind of, that doesn't have as much action. But there's always more action because we can intensify the natural movements of the body to really make it a full body exercise. Right leg. Inhale, press down to the left, reach up tall. So it's much easier to raise one foot and be in balance. 2. Inhale. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 12. Step foot. 13. 14. 15. Toes. Bend the knees. Stay up on the toes. That's good. Second set. Right leg. Dos. Tres. 4. 5. 6. 11. Uno más. 12. And we go from a strong contraction to a stretch, we just want to take it a little easy because the muscles are changing direction. They take your hamstring stretch slowly, bending the knees so you get deeper hips. Raise back. Inhale. And let's need an arm exercise. Bicep curls. So seated or standing. Inhale, stand tall first, press into the floor, belly in, lower ribs down, crown of the head high, bending only at the elbows, left for one, and work your way down slowly. 2, you get a slight bend in your knees. 3, inhale, press into both feet, down into the earth. 4, inhale. 5, inhale, fully down, fully release each time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm going to adjust. Sorry, 12. And pause. And get out of the triplet. 13, 14, and 15. And down. Good, put your weights down. Give your hands a good rub. Good work, hands. And second set. Inhale tall, press the feet into the floor, whether you're seated or standing. Your feet are important in aligning the body. Go on. Good. Inhale. Inhale. Cut. Inhale. Feel your belly going in as you go up. As you have more. 6, 7, 8, these arms and glutes. Hold on the weights for a moment. Let your shoulders drop even more. Hold down by the weights. And put the hand weights down. Might take a pause if you want to. We're going to be doing our knee extension exercise with functional squeeze of the little balls. Sorry, how long? Yeah, I'll try it. Lighter weights. We had something to do. So get all our feet squared off. 90 degrees, ankles right under the knees, shoulders over the hips. Press down with the hips, press down with the feet. Activate the whole body. Inhale and extend the lower right leg, flexing the foot, pointing it, flexing it again, and returning it. 2. Inhale, down. 3. flex. 5, point, flex. Keep the shoulders over the hips. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, optional triplet, 14. Everything's optional there, but that was 14 and 15 and many of you could lead this class, it's a peer-led class, and you know these steps instructions so well, but we have newcomers all the time, so we repeat some of those. Inhale. Uno, now same foot, but circle and down. Dos. Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Alternate your direction of your circle. 7. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Anyway, if you're counting on your own at home, it's first of all, I encourage you to do it. It was I mean, at one point in the instruction, that was it. Everybody would count together. And one of the reasons is that it keeps you sort of breathing in harmony. So if you count, here we'll start left side, inhale, reach. So if we say 1 point flex, you don't have to say the point flex, but 2, you have to breathe to count. 3, you have to exhale to count. 4, so I'm going to imagine you're all counting with me. 5, 6, 7. Straighten that knee. 8, 9, 10. If you have to flex a little lower in order to get the knee straight, that's fine. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And tap. Yes. Second set of left leg. Second leg, whichever you're on. Inhale, reach and circle that ankle and back. Straighten the knee. See the wrinkles in your tights or feel it. It's the upper side of your knee. Feel that muscle working. Breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. We'll take our leg weights off. Yep. No, we have side leg weights. Okay. But first, some more arms. Overhead press. So hands near the shoulders and sit. Your series of knees over ankles, shoulders over hips, feel the spine. Press down lightly with the feet, sit bones, reach over the head and lift for 1, 2, inhale. As you peek up, see that the weights are slightly in front. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press the feet down. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and rest after that first step. You can give a massage. Trapezius up at the top of the shoulders, as well as triceps, biceps, and so everything's working. Second set. Your breath, feeling your power gather itself. Shoulder blades moving together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, 9, 10. 2 more. 11. And 12. Whew. Yes. All right. Very nice. Whew. Just take the left arm over. This might feel good right now. And put some tension between the raised right arm, extended left. Feel it pull a healthy stretch in the shoulder of the left of the extended arm. And shake them up and down, shake them out, and now stretch the other way. And press these arms resisting each other. Feel these fingers, a finger flick. And release. Speaking of fingers, let's do the I'm pressing, making O's. We're not done with a heavy duty exercise, but this is heavy duty for the hands. Press, 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 press. Use your energy. We're trying to develop these muscles. So the muscles of this hand are going to keep the fingers moving and reasonably flexible and capable. So you can go a little more quickly if you want to. We're doing 10 of them. This is the third one I'm doing. 5th. I'm still pressing hard each time, as hard as I can. 8, 9, 10. Woo, woo. And now on a flat surface, there, close and reach, close, extend. 2, you can do this on a wall or chair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then extended fingers, lifting one finger then the other. He knows which ones are not so good. Okay, I'm just going to do that much of those. You can practice it on your own. Side leg raise. Standing up, so have leg weights on. And it's kind of like a ballerina pose, except we're not pointing our toe. The opposite, we're flexing the foot. Okay, now you have too much floor. All right. Standing on the left, I'm taking the right and turning it in. See, it looks really awkward. And lift up. This 1, 2, inhale. 3, lift a big heavy box with the outside edge of the raised foot. 3, inhale. 4, inhale. 5, inhale. 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, really press into the standing leg. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Yeah, I mean, this is, while you're doing, it would be hard to say which of my legs is working harder in that pose. And I think that's a sign that you're doing it in a solid and balanced way. Second set. 1, 2, and toes turned in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof. And take a little pose here. And switch to the other side. Standing tall, lift, turn the toe in. 1, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got it. You got the power. 9. 2 legs are reaching out. 11, 12. Firmly. 13, 14, 15. Press, 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 and squeeze. Little wiggle when you walk, wiggle when you talk. Gets us through the breaks. And second set. And Feel. Tria. Let yourself get taller, standing leg to head. Tessera. Pende. Exi. Epta. Yeah, feel the power. Octo. Enea. Deca. Andica. And Lodica. Woo! Steaming. I can feel the heat radiating. Okay, we'll take off these weights and get some these stretches into those hard-working legs. Don't ever scrimp on the stretches. It's kind of balancing out. While we're seated, we could move right into a seated quad stretch, working on this quad that's perpendicular to the floor, back toes curled under. Reach down with the knee as if it could reach the floor. Press down with the front foot. 2 right angles. And maybe lean back, hold on to the chair, or use your hand back to support. But as you keep up the pressure towards the knee, towards the floor, and then add a little more there, just kind of get a little more. You'll find your space. You don't want to do just what you did last time. There's not a I usually. If you're saying I usually and come up, you might rethink it. Because the changes might be minuscule. Never do something that doesn't feel right to you, but it might feel a little harder to you or a little more of a stretch. It's kind of like life or like getting old. You've got to stay curious and you've got to stay doing something new. As soon as we get too stuck, that's sort of the definition of being old. Open. You want to stay open and exploratory. Curious. Curioso en español. Cross the right over the left. And hug the lower legs together and take a twist. Since my right leg is over the top, I'm going to twist to the right. Lift my chest. Try to bring my shoulder blades towards each other. Use the chair or not, but it's the power of the front muscles and the back. The left side of my back is pressing forward. Inhale. Low back. Switch the cross. Hug the lower legs together. Inhale and feel the belly muscle as if the navel's trying to get over the left leg. It won't. And hands out, chair. Inhale. Hugging those lower legs towards each other. And inhale back. Standing or seated, tricep stretch. Reaching the elbow up, and then pressing it down with the other hand. So while keeping my back straight, I'm trying to, each time I do this, reach those fingers, the raised hand, a little farther down the back, minutely, almost imperceptibly, but it's the goal in mind that moves the muscles. And reach up and switch arms. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up, and slow down. Let's stand up for balance work. Bye. First, let's stand. Have a chair or a wall nearby. So I want to stand just with my foot out to the side straight, maybe even a pointed foot, pointed or flexed, choose, or balance. I'm not trying to do anything, ballet movements or anything. We just want to align this part of our body so much and hold the muscles between sort of pressing down with the right foot and reaching up with the head that creates enough strength to hold whatever we're doing over here. And maybe you'll bend it and press it into the upper below the knee, or maybe you'll be on the floor. Maybe you get a cramp, then you gotta wiggle it out. And other side, just reach the foot out. Point, flex, but whatever it's doing, you're concentrating on this vertical line, left foot, pressing both the ball of the foot, the heel, pressing in, reaching up with the crown of the head. It's this stacking of the blocks, head over hip over ankle, that's so important to balance. And then hold that straight line and do something different with the right leg. And as you develop the muscles to hold that vertical, that's a large part of balancing and walking and movement. Bend the knees and do a deep hip circle. Loop it up. Pause and back straight. Take another downward dog. Actually, this could be more of a dog. You could stay in an L shape, or you could walk back further if you've got a really sturdy chair or a wall, so that you're a little more of a V with your torso and legs. Takes a little stretch in the upper arms and the armpits. Lift the belly up, shoulder blades on the back of the neck long. And then roll up across the feet. Bring one foot forward, bend that knee over the ankle and feel the stretch in the left thigh. Another version. And then step back and left foot forward. Or another version of a thigh stretch, right side. Press that heel down, a calf stretch, up, down. We get a calf stretch from this side, too, up and then down. The foot doesn't hit the floor, but I get a nice calf stretch there. Inhale, and right ear to right shoulder. Right arm can help, but add a little pressure, which you can resist. So you're pressing the hand and the head towards each other, and you can really drop the right shoulder away. Maybe get a little more, bring the head a little more. This lengthens, lifting the left ear, and release. Look out at your thumb and hold your chin so that the head doesn't move, and using peripheral vision, keep an eye on that thumb as long as you can. So your eyes or eyeballs moving to the right of the socket. And release. Second thumb, left thumb. Hold on to that chin. It wants to keep turning. We want to isolate the arm movements. Slowly, slowly. And release. So you can improve your peripheral vision, like everything else, by practicing. Well, so lovely, lovely, lovely seeing you all. So
Thanks, Jamie. Thank you so much.
oh, you're welcome.